Keith Bomber, Director of Community Services, County of Dufferin. This presentation will reflect the Community Services 2016 budget. The primary responsibilities of Community Services is social housing, and as social housing, the county is a service system manager for Dufferin County. As such, we are responsible for rent geared to income, our centralized waitlist, directly operated and provider administration for social housing, and homelessness and eviction prevention programs. The county is also responsible for children's services programs, and as such, is the service system manager. We are responsible for fee subsidy administration, directly operated and provider administration, quality coordination, literacy, and data support. The county also operates its self-directed Gene Hamlin early years programs and operates the majority of its administration. We also are responsible for local children's service system planning, which encompasses all programs pertaining to subsidized fee subsidy childcare and childcare assisted programs. The county is also responsible for its social assistance and employment programs. As such, the county is responsible for daily intakes and application of all folks applying for social assistance, daily eligibility determination, and of course the local employment, pre and post support programs for folks who are multi-barriered. The county is also responsible for emergency preparedness and accessibility programs. As such, the county is responsible for ongoing emergency preparedness activities, annual compliance reviews, and ongoing public education. The county provides municipal support for emergency preparation and accessibility coordination for all county municipalities. Community Services provides social service programs across the county of Dufferin. This graph will demonstrate that Orangeville received the bulk of the services, followed by Shelburne, and then followed by Grand Valley. The County of Dufferin has seen significant changes in our social housing division. Additional social housing units are now online. There's a greater emphasis on eviction prevention for members of our community. There's an increased administrative support to local housing providers as a result of end of operating agreements. The county is responsible for a greater amount of ministry reporting, and our ever-increasing utility and maintenance costs is seeing increases in operational costs in our facilities. Children's Services has seen a higher emphasis on childcare quality, safety, and early literacy. We enhance our supports to our providers by providing a greater amount of professional development, accreditation programs, and of course administration supports. Increase in local system planning as a result of the county being the service system manager in the sector of children's services. The Community Services Department, specifically the Social Assistance and Employment Division, has also seen significant change. There's now an increase in benefits being paid to clients as a result of legislative changes through the province of Ontario. There's been a growth in system complexity for the data capturing system that we utilize. Greater emphasis on security and accountability for our staff. Program targets are becoming harder to attain as multi-barriered clients remain on social assistance. Changes in the funding formula are directly tied to performance, and as performance goes up or down, so too does our funding. There's been an unrealized savings in municipal contributions as a result of increase in payouts to social assistance recipients. Our emergency preparedness and accessibility program has also seen change. There's a greater emphasis on prevention and education for our member municipalities and of course the County of Dufferin. There's been an emphasis on the member municipality preparedness training and educational programs that has seen major increase over the last 4 years. There's an increase in compliance requirements for accessibility and emergency management legislated by the province of Ontario. Our use of social media and other marketing tools has also increased in efforts to educate our community about emergency management and accessibility. There's an increase in our capacity and resources necessary to remain resilient in times of emergencies in the County of Dufferin. Community Services has seen an increase in its core services. This graph will demonstrate that our employment one-on-one sessions has seen a steady increase over the past several years. Attendance at our Ontario Early Years Center has also seen a steady increase. Office visits, foot traffic into our social assistance offices has also seen an increase over the past several years. A focus on homelessness prevention and eviction control has also seen a steady increase over the past several years. The Community Services Department has seen a number of accomplishments over the past several years. With the addition of our 2 new social housing buildings, we have been able to add 57 additional units to our social housing portfolio. Our home ownership cases has increased over 2009 from 7 to 53 in 2015. With creation of our social media sites promoting community services program, we have been better able to communicate to our community. We have received our AMSA Innovation Awards for our Edelbrock Center and our capacity building for children's services. Our new steering committee for local poverty reduction will assist the community in identifying poverty issues in the county of Dufferin. We have created a framework for local agency collaboration titled DC Moves, which will allow agencies in Dufferin County to work better together. Our utilization of our new Work Hub system has been able to collaborate both Facilities Division and the Social Housing Division to work better together. We have created the Access Dufferin SharePoint site, which will assist member municipalities in the services that they require. Goals for 2016 will see full implementation of the Ontario Works Social Assistant Management System. In partnership with the Province of Ontario, the County of Dufferin will be implementing the system that will cater to the clients applying for social assistance. Our plan for additional social housing units in 2018, in which work will commence in the year 2016. We'll create a poverty reduction strategy for Dufferin County, which will allow the community to identify and mitigate poverty issues in our county. Our Children's Services Evidence-Informed Planning Table will be created to look at local and aligned access to services in Dufferin County. We will officially launch our Edelbrock Social Enterprise in collaboration with our partners at the Edelbrock Center. In 2016, the county will establish its second Emergency Management Forum. Community Services will pilot the Community Services Leadership Development Program for staff in efforts to assist them in attaining management fundamental skills. The county will investigate the possibilities of local social impact bonds in efforts to provide services to our most marginalized individual in the county of Dufferin. The department will see its fair share of external factors and significant challenges. Chain fatigue and burnout is a primary responsibility of the leadership team, making sure that staff have all the resources that they require to move forward in 2016. In Ontario Works, precarious employment options is something that our staff is going to have to manage. A reduction in ministry funding in certain program areas will also be something the county will have to manage in its 2016 budget. Administration requirements not reflective of funding due to a drag in ministry funding formulas will be something that staff at Community Services will have to be cognizant of. The use of technology, staff learning curve, and staff morale is a primary responsibility of our leadership team in 2016. An increased workload due to new ministry software is also something that our staff is going to have to focus on. Time commitment and greater emphasis on housing provider administration as a result of end of operating agreements will be something our staff will also have to be focusing on. We will be asked to do more with less. Changes in the cost of services that increase costs of operations is something the county is going to have to be cognizant of. The Community Services Department will see an increase of 8.2% in its budget for 2016, totaling $453,000. A reduction in draw from our Community Services Reserve of $75,000. A reduction in our Ontario Works funding of approximately $100,000. A reduction in our housing providers subsidies as a result of end of operating agreements of approximately $90,000. Our Dines Gray debenture payments will equal $106,000 in 2016. Taxes, utility costs for social housing buildings will increase by over $90,000. The general cost of living increase will also affect our 2016 budget. This will conclude the presentation outlining the 2016 County of Dufferin Community Services Department budget. Should you have more questions, feel free to contact me at area code 519-941-6991 extension 2020, or feel free to email me at kpalmer@dufferincounty.ca.